Hi, the next active asana is for the psoas. And the psoas is the deepest abdominal muscle. It starts at your lower back and it runs around your inner hip and then it travels down the inner thigh to the knee. And the psoas is the muscle that helps us keep our posture upright, and it helps us sit up straight, and it also helps us walk around. And a lot of times if the psoas gets too tight, it's due to sitting a lot throughout the day and our body starts to kind of round forward, and so we start to shorten here in the front of our legs. And so this posture is to help us find that length in our back, our abdominals, and in our quads. So what you're going to need is a couple of yoga blocks, and you'll also need a yoga mat, or you'll want to be on a surface that's cushioned. You're going to also need a blank wall space to bring your leg up. So we're going to do a tri-fold roll with the mat, and I'll show you how to do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold your mat over into that halfway point. So that's the first roll. And then you're going to fold your mat over all the way. So it's that second fold. And then the third fold is you're going to fold the mat in half this way, okay? And this is going to just provide cushion for your knees as you go up into the posture. We want to have our blocks near us. So how do we set the mat up against the wall? Well, you're going to fold the mat in half again, making like an L shape, okay? And then we're going to just decide which knee is going to go on the mat first. So we want to bring the kneecap all the way up towards the wall, and we've got our blocks on each side of us, okay? And so for many, this is enough of a stretch, okay? If you want a little more stretch, you might bring your blocks up to the third level, and this just gives you some space to step the right foot through, okay? Now, some people get some cramping in the foot, and if that's for you, just move your mat up further, or maybe have a pillow nearby or a towel that you can put behind this foot that's against the wall. And so we're going to just stay here and breathe. What we want to avoid feeling is any pain in the kneecap. So if that's happening, just start to stretch your leg back a little further. Okay, and then from here, if it feels comfortable, you're going to place your hands on the right thigh and lift up your chest. And this can be quite a stretch. It might feel really good for some. Your left hand is going to go on your left heel. You can press your left heel down, just lifting your chest up towards the sky, breathing. Now those of you that are more flexible, you might start to reach your arms back to the wall behind you, and you may be able to touch your spine or your back to the wall, okay? Just stay here for as long as you can, okay? Just try to relax into the breath. And if it gets to be too intense, you can always back off to the posture we did previously. So then to come out of this posture, you're going to bow forward, bring your hands on the block, and just slide that front leg back. And as gracefully as you can, we're going to just switch the legs. I like to cross that second knee over and bring the left leg out. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. So if your mat falls, just line it up again. And you're going to bring your right knee up to that fold, as close to the wall as you can get it. And adjust your props, okay? Again, some people will just stay here, all right? If you are ready for more stretch, step your left foot forward. Again, if your right foot is cramping here, put a towel or a pillow behind you. Okay, those of you a little more flexible, you can bring your hands onto your left thigh. Right hand can go to the right heel, press down as you lift your chest up. It just kind of helps anchor the bones in. Okay, so the stretch you might be feeling in the quad, the abdomen. And then if you're really flexible, you'll bring those arms towards the wall behind you, and maybe your back will touch the wall. Okay, going to that point where it feels most comfortable for you. And then we can come forward, bring our hands on the blocks to come out of it, slide your front leg back, And then I just like to do a little foot tap. So I move my feet to the side and I just kind of tap out my legs, and I might extend one leg back and then the other, right? And that is the active psoas stretch.